This video is on hardening measures. Hardening, in terms of cybersecurity, refers to a process intended to eliminate a means of attack by patching vulnerabilities and turning off non-essential services. Securing open ports and services is the most known. An open port is software-defined value that identifies a network endpoint. Any connections made on TCP/IP network has a source and destination port that are used with the respective IP address to uniquely identify the sender and receiver of every message sent. Ports are essential to any TCP/IP based communication, so we can't simply do without them. And this is why we harden to make sure there are no misconfigured ports and turn off any ports and services that are not utilized. You can simply do an mmap to do a scan to identify open ports and turn off everything that is not required. The more applications and services that use open ports for internet communication, the more likely it's going to have vulnerability that can be exploited. Then we have Registry. For Windows admin, they can perform a number of application hardening tasks inside the Windows Registry. Windows Registry is a hierarchical database that stores low-level settings for Microsoft Windows operating system and for applications that opt to use the registry. The kernel, device drivers, services, security accounts manager, and user interfaces can all use the registry. Simply put, it is a database that contains configuration settings for the Windows operating system and applications that runs on that operating system. Issues with Registry is that when we install new application, it may update the registry. It's important to know what third-party tools do to your registry, and it's common to see what settings have changed after application has been installed on the registry. This is critical because the registry can allow someone to configure permissions and enable vulnerabilities. Then we have disk encryption. There are two main computer encryption types, full disk encryption and file level encryption. Full disk encryption or whole disk encryption protects the entire volume and all files on the drive against unauthorized access. It's a technology that protects information by converting it into an unreadable code and can't be accessed by unauthorized people. Modern versions of Windows and Mac OS all have built-in encryption programs like BitLocker for Windows and FileVault for Mac OS. There are also open source options like Vercrypt, Xcrypt, and so on. BitLocker is a Microsoft full disk encryption that is commonly used for professional, business, and organization. With BitLocker drive encryption, you can encrypt the entire OS and other drives mounted to your Windows PCs. It works best with TPM, Trusted Platform Module, that stores the disk encryption key. Once again, TPM is a secure crypto processor that checks whether the encrypted data is being accessed with the right device. And if your business deals with a lot of sensitive information like medical records, customer data, credit card, and so forth, using FileVault and BitLocker is required, and it's fairly easy to enforce and simple to use. Then we have OS hardening. OS serves as the interface between physical hardware and the application. Configuration guide from all the significant OS manufacturers is available on the CIS platform. One is to ensure OS is hardened with patches. Patch management is the process of software and application patch upgradation, including installing patches, acquiring, and testing. And all OS require update and have different methods to keep the systems up to date. There's a hierarchy that the vendor follow for software update. There's hotfix, patch, and service pack. Hotfix is just minor software update and can be released quickly. And then we got patches, which refers to more significant updates compared to the hotfix. It addresses several problems. And it doesn't only include enhancement or additional capabilities, but can fix bugs as well. Then we have Service Pack, which is an extension collection of hotfixes and patches rolled into a single package that makes the system up to date at once, which saves user from downloading further updates. Usually patch management is automated and scheduled. You'll find that security patches and fixes are automatically deployed to our systems to ensure security. However, this method is not usually utilized in organizations because patches can interfere with the network and usually have to be tested in a virtual environment before being actually deployed. And this is mainly due to a lot of different third-party hardware and software solutions working together to make the network work.